Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing today? So, sorry about that. Let me get this tuned in. There we go. So, I'm using the high definition camera. I decided it was coffee time with Rita. So, I'm using the wide lane, the angle again. Let's see if I can move this just a smudge. There we go. A smidge. Little bunnies up there. So, how goes it, everyone? Hopefully, you can hear me. So I was trying to figure out what went wrong with the camera earlier, and it turns out that, well, you know. So I'm not going to be here too long today because, well, it's Sunday, and I don't think my family really is interested in contacting me, even though they're building a fence. Remember, last night I did a short update, so talking to Higgins this morning. I had to call this morning. Higgins was in a panic again. The guy is sitting there in a panic. Panicking about his benefits. He's sitting there and he's panicked about his benefits. He's like, oh, I lost my benefits and I don't know why. You know, it's Medicaid. So I said, well, go up to the Social Security website and tell us. Well, apparently he doesn't understand, so then he finally realizes he was approved for SSI. But he turns around and tells me that he's entitled to his $1,800 a month on SSDI because he was disabled because of work. But he didn't apply till 5 years plus later, and then his benefits were, he applied like, what, 9 years later or something? Something like that. So 9 years later he applies, his credit's already dissolved, and he still thinks he's entitled. So he's got this lawyer looking into it. But in the meantime, he's like, ooh. So, you know how that is. So I figured I'd come on for a couple minutes, tell you, for you preppers out there that's watching this video this morning, I want to share with you something important. So for you preppers out there, I want to tell you that starting tomorrow, I will be probably using the main webcam, this one, for my spreadsheets. I cleaned up the lenses. Kind of a thing. Me and my husband use this camera so much, Anyways, apparently last night I want to blame Zoe again. I get to blame Zoe. Gotta blame Zoe. Have to blame Zoe. Zoe gets the blame. Finished Ratchet last night. That was the most interesting show I've ever seen, for that. Then I tried to play Under the Tuscans, or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and fell asleep. So, good show, by the way. That Ratchet was awesome. I blame Zoe for it. Dad said to me, I didn't think you'd be interested in it, so I never had you watch it. So, he, anyways, today's temperature is 68 degrees, by the way, so it's a little toasty. So, but anyways, for you preppers out there, I have a tip for you. If you're going to be prepping, you might as well want to make sure you get your canned meats ahead of schedule. Canned meat's getting harder and harder on shipping delays on Amazon. So, anywho, I want to do this for Dinky. Let's see, take a pic. Just today, anyways. So, you know how it is. So, So I had to send this to my cousin. So just to share with you this, I want to show this. So I'm taking one quick picture. There we go. High definition. So we will send this. Can I actually zoom in a little better? Let me see. Let's see. Did it work? Let me look because I'm curious about this. My cousin Dinky. No, yeah, yep. So I'm in high definition. So anyway, so tomorrow's schedule is I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys the updated prices finally. I will also be I'm also going to be relaxing on a hot that would be my sister messaging me, by the way. She messaged me and I said to her, don't forget about me. You see, funny thing was, is last week we were talking last Sunday, and she forgot about me. Yes, she was crocheting, so good little hobby of hers. She forgot all about me, so I was like, don't forget to remember me. So, anywho, I want to share that with you. See that wide angle actually gets where I put my computer. See. So Higgins, let me tell you what happened this morning. So Higgins this morning is sitting there and he's sending me these PDFs. And to me, it's Sunday. Okay, I shouldn't be working on a Sunday. So I told Higgins, you know what? You're getting SSI, cough up a gift card. Well, he's like going on about, and then he's like, oh, I don't know my back pay. And I said, check under payments. It'll tell you your payment schedule, when you got paid and when, and they keep an entire log as long as you're on disability, right? So he turns around and looks up and says, oh, I'm getting two checks, one for 1,400 and the second check for 2,500, something like that. So I'm like, you're getting 25, 35, $3,900 for back pay. Take it and leave. Well, you know how he is. Oh, my taxes. And then he goes on about his Medicaid. And I was like, dude, look, your Medicaid's fine. You basically were denied and you were put on a different program. You're putting on the SSI Medicaid instead of the SSDI Medicaid. So he's going on about SSDI, and I'm like, look, you're approved on SSI, you weren't approved on SSDI, so they're not going to approve you to take a miracle. Well, and I was disabled. Yeah, well, and I was scanning like 500 pages of papers to get him approved. And so technically, if he gets it, he wants it so he doesn't have to be on a limit of $2,000 because he's afraid he's going to lose his house. And it's like, I can understand his fear being in it. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday to Higgins. I can understand why he's fearing. But the thing is the old man needs to take a break. I mean, literally, he's driving his mother bonkers with it. He's driving his dad bonkers with it. And he's driving me bonkers with it. I mean, literally. I mean, today's Saturday, right? Or Sunday. And so to me, it's more of a that's why I call this an update. So he gets approved. I told him to be patient. Instead he isn't patient. He wants his SSDI now. Yet the turnaround for like SSDI approval is like 584 days average for reappealing it. So that's almost 2 years plus because of the pandemic. I mean, literally. And then I told him the other reason why, as my cousin Dinky would say, there is no money on Social Security. I mean, she said it the other day. When I get ready to retire, there won't be any money. Well, you know what? I envy you, sis, because you're completely and thoroughly 100% right. There ain't going to be any money for you. Hell, everyone will be dumped on the general fund, which is what SSI comes with. But Higgins says, "Oh, I want." You know what? The thing is, if he got SSDI for 2 years and then they kicked him off it because there's no more money, he'd be like, "Oh, there's our money." Well, guess what? Then we'd all be on the state Medicaid program because, frankly, we wouldn't get enough. And he's like, he's all, "Oh, don't get my cash assistance." That's because they gave it to you. But you know what? He was telling me today about clothes, right? He's like, "I haven't bought any socks in a long time." I said, "Let me guess, you have holes in your socks and you still wear them." Yep. And then he tells me he's got holes in the underwear, in his underwear, and his underwear is thin and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, go buy some new clothes. But he's more worried about his taxes than anything. I got a bad feeling anyway. Look at it, but still, I got to see if there's an invoice template and send it to him as a joke. Now I just got to figure out my fee. He's like, "You're going to be ending up with a new computer, and I'm going to end up with a 12-year-old piece of junk." I said, if you got SSDI, that'd be, but he's not on SSDI, but still, I've been dealing with this since in February, and it's already going on October. So you do the math, with him. I mean, literally, why do you think I game so much to get away from the prepping thing and tune into other things? Because sometimes it pays to do it. I mean, literally, Chloe said to me today, "Oh, you need to go to the store." No. "You don't want to go to the store." No. "How come you don't want me to go to the store?" Because I don't need anything. We do need to get batteries apparently, but the store apparently is out. And so we need to get batteries and we need to get other things. I told Chloe, so. But anyways, I got pot pies. I don't want fish today, so I got pot pies, 2 pot pies. Chloe's got 2 pot pies, and then I got clam strips. So, the grocery store could be open tomorrow. Those things are like $16.99. She says for 4. I mean, literally 4 jumbo pot pies are $16.99. I mean, literally, you got to be frugal. So people say to me, "Oh, well, what about what?" So, oh yeah, I was gonna check my balance too while I was at it, online today, So anyways, I need to check the grocery store's ad. So there's tenderloins, pork tenderloins, chicken breasts, mussels, shaved lunch meat, premium brats. Can't trust anything that's meat related there, so I'm not gonna even bother. Chloe made Salisbury steak last night. It wasn't bad. I think the only thing I can tell you is I think Salisbury steak needed more onion and more onions. And you could sit there and say, "What do you mean onions?" Well, let's just put it this way. It needed onion gravy, and it didn't have an onion gravy. What I got was a dry Salisbury steak with no meat, just like with just mushrooms on the top. So technically, I was like, "What the hell?" But I ate it, and that was it, And then on top of that, you check my balance this morning. Kind of worried about my balance this morning, You know. So, and there's more emails with you need. No, I don't need this. So tomorrow's plan is I already set up some spreadsheets for tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow for a couple hours. After I get up, take my bath, and so forth, I will jump right into spreadsheets from like 1 to 5 or 2 to 6. And then when I'm done, I will game the rest of the night away. So, I'm giving you guys things. I will be doing a video live today, tonight, where the Queen's funeral. So it's supposed to be like 3 in the morning. So at 3 in the morning. And so, you know, I had my phone left on last night. Chloe keeps taking the damn thing. Keep telling her to buy her own damn phone. So gotta conserve on stuff. So technically it's gonna tell me how much money I have left. And I have that's odd. Ah, okay. 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 So apparently I have that much money left. Okay, so I was telling Higgins today I'm thinking of changing out my whatchamacallit, my streaming services because I'm getting tired of it. Literally, I'm getting tired of paying 140 a month for, you know, all these things and they're not being used. So you preppers out there, that's 140 bucks I can use every month for whatever, but the government, oh, what? Oh yeah. That's the bank. And before you guys ask, it does get hard to work this with the buttons. If you can see, let me just show you. You can see the buttons here. Look at this. Yeah, if you look at the angle, look at that. That's my phone. The buttons are all molded out. I mean, literally, I still can't figure out how I'm still using this. But let me see if you can see it. See? Yeah, look at that. I mean, literally, the buttons are all molding out and warping, and I mean, literally. A lot of people say to me, flip phone? You're using a flip phone. For real, a flip phone. Yep. So today's plan, like I said, is I thought I'd get on and tell you I took care of Higgins this morning. He was kind of panicked about Medicaid and stuff. So I was like, dude, we got this covered. And you know how that is. So I was like, yeah. So then I talked um, to other people. Yeah. So, anyways, talked to them this morning, and he was just like, "Oh, well, but he's still determined for his SSDI, even though he doesn't realize they're not going to give it to him because it doesn't qualify. And he thinks he qualifies. So, unless by an act of God, God's going to give it to him. He could have just staved off his payments until they get through it. So, it could be 18 to 24 months before it gets even in one penny. By then, he could lose his house because he's got no tax money unless he puts whatever. I mean, he's literally living on food stamps, I mean, I'm worried about the guy. I mean, the guy's mentally unsound to a point. I'm mentally unsound for being on one track for disability. I mean, I told him, I mean, literally, I should send him my bill just because, how much I got to go through. See, I had to throw that in there for jokes this morning. I mean, literally, I mean, he's worried about his taxes. I mean, literally, but the lawyer could go in. He's like, oh, the lawyer knows. Really, the lawyer knows. The lawyer knows in your SS payments of 25% of $4,000 is what? 400. 800, I don't know. Let's see what it is. Let's see, $4,000, right? I want to see this. So, essentials, calculator, look, the calculator. $4,000 divided, or no, times 25%. So $4,000 is for 1,000. So he'd end up with a retro check at 3,000 and 3,000. So see, I couldn't think this morning. Needed more coffee, you see. So, anyways, talking to Higgins, I'm trying to help old Hig Bobs out, but still, it's not easy, and then you preppers out there, it's not making it easier when, you people sit there and you say to me, oh, well, you're, what's the latest? The latest is there's nothing to move. I mean, literally, just keep buying tinned food. The meat's the most hardest part to get a hold of, and I'm still waiting for my meat shipment to come in. So Chloe's like, where do you want for dinner tonight? I don't know. Maybe I'll have mac and cheese and spam. Spam! Something posing as meat. So Higgins and I talked about other issues too. I didn't tell Dinky yet about the issue was with Zoe, aka Jenny. You see, I'm still in the doghouse with her. Otherwise, she would have messaged me by now. But the stockings will be. I already made arrangements, to pay for them, and have them custom made. So as long as Zoe contacts Dinky, Dinky will make sure with the shipping. I will pay the shipping too. So it'll be like $120, but she will make the stockings and stuff. Unless Zoe messaged me by the end of the month, the end of October, Dinky's gonna go. I'm gonna give Dinky the email address to Zoe, and Zoe can email once they're completed and finish having them shipped to Zoe. No mop. So, anyways, so that's one of the things that I was talking to Dinky about this morning is, Dinky's working on a fence, but, I love Dinky dearly, so, Zoe and I, we had a falling out, I think we also had a falling out, as I told Higgins, with Piper. Haven't seen Piper, well, Piper's okay. Great guy, by the way, great guy, reminds me of my cousin, and then we had a thing of falling out with Tony, too, so... but Tony has a message. It's at 8 o'clock at night. The bell notification should let you know, unless you're watching my videos. The show must go on. So, anyhow, finish this cup of coffee, and then I got to do we got to do a fridge cleaning today. Get rid of the trash. Chloe doesn't realize that leaving freaking crap in there is not good. And then, I'm in a game, do my Animal Crossing, So this morning, before I load up, I will go into the other accounts and grab the money that I sent so the houses can be updated accordingly. Moppy's next on the list to be upgraded, and then Chloe's just got hers upgraded. So, and then after Chloe's is paid off, then I start to save 1.1 million bells for Chloe, and then Moppy, and then 1.1 million for Chloe, and then it goes back to 2.5 million bells for Rita, and then Moppy, and then Chloe. So I got it in different order. So it takes me till Christmas to get all three houses finished. We're going to work on it. But you know what? It's not my priority. So I did watch some stuff. I got a lot of stuff on my mind. I asked Piper the other day what we can use the gift cards for. He said anything. The problem is not in the mood. I mean, literally, I am not in the mood. I mean, literally, Chloe doesn't want me being on YouTube too much because it takes away from her cleaning. But at the same time, I figured I'd get online this morning, check it out, talk to you guys, and let you know I'm thinking of all of you, and I talked to Higgins, like I said, happy birthdays to Higgins. He's 57 today, but his mindset is on one thing, nerd more money. You see, the problem is with SSI, they're allowing him to have $2,000 in savings. There's people out there in the freaking world, right? I follow the rules to the T, but there's people out there that find their own ways around it. But Higgins, oh, whoa, more, bro. So you get a retro check of $3,900. You basically put it in, you all cash it out, really, and then the government's going to be wanting a budget. See, what happens on SSI is if you basically take out, say, $4,000 in cash in an envelope, and slide it under your bed. Government's going to be sitting there, and they recall it over a year. They can sit there and say, "Hello, Higgins. We understand a year ago that you took cash out. We'd like a full accounting and receipts of that money." And if Higgins can't produce it, he's basically hostile bye-bye, kicked off of SSI because he's sitting on that much cash. That's the thing. They don't want you carrying that much cash. They don't think you need the cash. The federal government's one of those situation reports where the federal government is literally, literally can't pull the wool over their eyes. But Higgins is like, oh, well, see, we were joking, and I told him that I would take a laptop and a desktop for helping him. Fortunately, not going to happen. So now I got to basically work with my cousin on the Rita layaway plan and go from there. That's one of the things I have my family for, as well as I check in with them, make sure that they know I'm alive. But I rely on them on that aspect because, it's hard. It's hard living with someone who's got a spending problem. But we're not talking about her today. We're talking about, everything going on. And, being someone like me, I'm basically was losing my noodles this morning on the fact that, I told Higgins, you either get approved on SSDI, denied SSDI, and approved on SSI. It's one or the other. He was approved on SSI, but now he wants SSDI. And, I wish, So me and Higgins was talking about the beautiful Zoe this morning over the phone. I said, he said something like, so, has Zoe messaged you? No, Zoe hasn't. I'm still in her doghouse, you know, and, uh, and he's like, oh, well, I wouldn't watch the video, but, between dad saying, dad said it, what was it dad said the other day? He said everyone's buying me. Basically, they're buying me, and it's like no one's buying me. Look, I make jokes to Piper about gift cards from time to time, and then Piper's always like, "Oh, there's one in the box. Check your package coming." But the thing is, Piper doesn't have to do it. He's an awesome guy, and Higgins, he's squeaky clean. That if you tell him you owe a $500 gift card, for me because I got him on SSI, he'll just basically my money. So, you got him worried about his taxes because he's on SSI and he doesn't think he's going to get a retro check of $500,000. Literally, some people think, that they're entitled to something all the way to birth. Literally, very rare that you get something that 52 years of back pay. Wish it did work, man. Wish it did, but he's all panicky, and he sent me something about SSI not changing the rules. The thing is they don't want you to change the rules. They don't want to change the rules. People say the rules need to change, but they won't because think of it. What they want in SSI people is to cripple them. Animal problem. Don't broadcast it, please. That's what he says. Don't broadcast it. Oh, what a crapshoot that is. So, anyways, for some of you out there, preppers, you need to get your canned meat. Every time I turn around, the canned meat's getting harder and harder to get, and the wait lists are getting longer and longer. I don't know how many times I went to Amazon, and it's like, your order will be backlog 3 months. Literally. I paid for it, and yet I can't get it, literally, One of those, one out of. Oh, okay. Yeah. So apparently these I see what it is. So these items are completely sold out, is it? Oh no, usually when it ships within 3 months. That's what it says right there. Usually ships within 3 months. Yeah. So yeah. So and then this one's uh usually ships within 12 days. So there you go. You see, this is stuff the preppers, you guys as preppers need to know. I mean, I'm just looking at this myself just to see. Usually ships within 90 days, it says. Yeah, 90 days. You see this? I mean, literally. I mean, I still can't believe how they're doing this, literally. I mean, apparently, from what I understand from. So the other day, I was talking to um, Chloe, and see, is this no, basically three different thing. Yeah, and it's more. So basically, Chloe and I were talking about mac and cheese. Oh yeah, Zoe's like, you need to basically remove the mouse from the camera. Well, I'm sorry, I can't move the mouse from the camera unless I move the camera further for up to the mouse. I mean, I'm not going to do that. So, but anyways, I thought I'd do the high definition version this morning because I've been wanting to do it Sundays, and it gives me a chance to drink my Java and talk to you guys. So the for you preppers out there, food's getting scarce. I mean, literally, they have you heard the old rail delay thing? The rail delay thing is, uh, the rail delay thing. So, anywho, so President Biden apparently is or is flying right now over to England for the Queen's funeral in the morning. So I will try to tackle that in the morning and be right on cue. Apparently it'll be 3 in the morning when they have her at Westminster Abbey. So we'll be there. I'll be watching it. So hopefully I can actually give you my opinion. NBC, ABC, CBS, PBS, BBC, they're all the major news agencies are going to be doing it in the morning. So if you don't want to tune in for the Rita show at 3 in the morning, you can tune into um, you can tune in somewhere else if you don't want to tune in. I know Tony was asking, I think, about it. I'll be doing the Rita show, giving commentary, and my hat goes off to the Queen of England because it's a sad. A lot of people say, "Oh well, she wasn't our queen." Maybe not, but still, I show respect. So a lot of so. Anyways, talking about Higgins for a minute, right? So Higgs, old boy, says to me, jokingly, of course, he says, "You need to move this so it doesn't get in the way." So he says to me that literally the funny story about Higgins is he said to me, right, that he asked me about Zoe, and I said, she hasn't talked to me. I said I'm still in the doghouse, on her crap list, and it might never be fixed. So I said every day it gets closer and closer to easier and easier, because that's the thing, every day it gets closer and closer to um, of not forgetting her about her, but Dad's like, oh, you shouldn't be bought, and Chloe, you know what Chloe said to me and my advocate the other day. Chloe said it last night. She was making dinner. She says, that whole ordeal with Zoe. I said, yes. What is it? I said, I'm so miserable over that. I said, no open wounds. She says, the truth about Zoe is any one of you, your friends, true friends, Chloe said, true friends, would stick by you no matter what. You have a crass sense of humor. But you know what? Dad says, I have a crass sense of humor. Dad was talking about himself. I have a crass, I'll admit that. Chloe's got a stick up her butt, for the most part. So, while we're talking about, my cousin Dinky and I, we have besides a crass sense of humor, we also have a perverted sense of humor at times. So, being perverted, well, we're not really perverted. We just make names, call each other names. So it'd be like me turning around, jokingly saying to Zoe, Zoe doesn't like to be, what I said to her. I think I said like bitch, biatch, and biznatch, being funny, because those are three different words, right? That she took offense. That honestly, me and Dinky, we can throw it back and forth like, hey cooter, hey snatcho, hey bitch, hey biatch, hey biznatch. I mean, me and my cousin Dinky, we throw it in there. This is the way we are. But for some people, they're too, his dad said, oh, there's too many sensitive people in the world. Well, maybe. Then he says in the same sentence, that there's people buying me. Literally, that I should be happy, right? Well, Chloe turns around and says last night, true friends stick together no matter what. Well, you know what? Higgins and I were talking about that today. Higgins is sitting there, right? I'm sitting there, and I said, good morning. He goes, good afternoon. I said, good morning. He said, good afternoon. I said, good morning. He said, good afternoon. Finally, I said to Higgins, you know what the difference is between you and me and Dinky and Tara, Dinky and Tara and Chloe and stuff? I said, Chloe might be a pain in my side. And he says, no. And I said, you may like to poke the bear because, I said, but Ducky, so I told him about Chloe, and I told, about like my family, they might be building fence today, but the truth is that my family, literally, I love them dearly. So, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, where they're building fence or ignoring me again. No. But, the truth of the matter is when it comes to Zoe, right, Higgins and I was joking about the, how, I called him, I said, happy birthday, you old bastard, being funny, and it's a darker remark. I'm going to be going to see my mom. I'm going to have a meal, and she's making pies, no cakes, pie. I was like, lucky bastard, I want a pie. Hell, I'd like cheesecake about now, but you know what cheesecake is this? I mean, literally, those cheesecakes are just, I know Dinky and I, we always talk about it, sometimes she's like, lucky snatch, you're getting a cheesecake. Well, anyway, so another thing, was jokingly aside. I got some preppers tips for you. Apparently, frozen pizza. By the way, getting sidetracked for a minute. Frozen pizza's going through the roof, so take account for that. Anything frozen, apparently, it's going through the roof. People want their prepackaged, throw in the oven, and watch their TV all day type meal. So another funny story is that, right? So me and Higgins were talking the difference, and I said, Higgs, Zoe and others like Dad. He's like, I think that true friends like you and I, we can throw names at each other. We can complain about each other. But the truth is, friends like you and I, we don't have many friends. So we stick together. And he agreed. And I said, look at others. I mean, I said, we haven't seen Zoe. I'm still in Zoe's crap list. We haven't seen Higgins or Piper. Must be on his crap list or he left. And then we haven't seen uh, our friend Tony. He said, "Well, Tony's country basically is Higgins. It basically uh, lost their monarch, so they're in mourning." True. And then, Chloe's like, well, true friends would be going through the YouTube bell notification for new content, but, there's a lot of people out there that's, angry. I mean, there's people out there that are literally angry, and, they have a right to be, but you know what? Thing is you got to have a cool down period. And if the cool down period is still the same, oh well, it just gets easier. It's like, let me tell you the story about Dinky, right? All right, I love Dinky dearly, so to me, I can say it. So Dinky basically turns around on that Facebook, right, asking me something or other about government oversight, Secret Service or something. I, on the other hand, was upset mostly, and I blew up my Facebook. She thought it was about me hiding from her from the Secret Service. No, I was blowing up my Facebook because no one in their right minds calls me a flake. I give and I give and I give. I basically have taken so much crap from Chloe and others that I said enough's enough. And then afterwards I went ahead and Chloe's sitting there and she's like, Rita, you completed the main game of Guild Wars 2. You need to start Guild Wars 2 expansions. Well, we started the expansion. Okay, I got into it. I just basically put my entire time into that game. Yeah, trying to zone out my cousin Dinky and Corey due to the fact that no one calls me a flake. But you know what? I'm basically up there at age where my physical body is now saying, oh, red alert, red alert, I'll be right back. So she turns around, and calls me that. And then, like July, we fix things. July takes us what, 5 months? I was playing games for 5 months, and literally. Let me check the battery because I'm running on a battery. I am limited on this video. So currently my battery is at 2/3. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say to you all is welcome aboard. Higgins and I were joking this morning. It's his birthday, so happy birthday again, Higgins. We were talking about true friends, and he's like, yeah, true friends like us, we stick together, and apparently even Higgins knows my crass sense of humor, but at the same time, others take offense to it. So I do not know. You see where I'm going with this? I don't know. So for all you out there, I wanted to share that little bit of information with you, because now your canned meats are getting hard. I went to Walmart last night. Still, pick up, pick up, pick up. I ain't picking up shit. Plain and simple. They're like, pick up only. Yes, I know, my boobs. I should be like this. I should be Zoe size. Of course, I've always wanted double D's, but this is what God gave me. So I'm like, oh well, at least it doesn't hurt my back, unless I'm. Anyways, jokingly aside. Jokingly aside, okay. But anyways, we all have problems, right? So Higgins, yeah, we were just joking around today. I was like, telling him, don't give your mom a heart attack. She's up there in age. You're giving your mom a walking heart attack because you, Higgins, thinks, you know. So Chloe's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. I don't want anything from the grocery store that's processed meat or packaged meat. I mean, I don't trust the meat. Last night's dinner was really good, by the way, but still, Chloe, you wouldn't believe it. She's like tooting up a storm. She's like, "Man, I'm gassy," and I'm like, "That's because you're always gassy." This is my meds over here. Yeah. So, I mean, literally, I told her, what it is, but still. I mean, we all make mistakes. How much more am I gonna have to, keep saying sorry for? I mean, literally. I mean, Dinky and I have made arrangements, payment arrangements, everything for the stockings. So now I just gotta think, do I want mac and cheese? Hey, look at this. What do you guys think? Huh? Look at this. I'll show you him, huh? See? You guys get a full view. Some of you say the onboard laptop camera doesn't work that well. Look, see? This is a full grown little Dutch dwarf. That's it. See, this is a little Dutch dwarf. See? Look at him. Look at him. See? You get him in high definition today. High definition. Say something, Ebo. Hello, my name's Ebony. Ebony Bunny. What's up, Ebo? Huh? Your brother's in his in Chloe's room today, yeah? In his roommate's room. And I got you out. See? For some of you preppers out there, you can grow rabbits. I won't, because I will not grow rabbits to eat. I find rabbits to be too gentle with as humans. One of the most important things in the world is to have a companion. Look at him. What would you say to that thing, huh? Some of you preppers think, oh, it's dinner. You don't eat bunnies. And then you got Fanny. I haven't seen Fanny in a long time. I wonder if Fanny left. So, you know what? So basically, I wanted to share that with you. You guys got to keep prepping. I've been prepping yesterday, anyways. But hi, look at him. How much is that bunny? No. So basically, you preppers out there need to realize, that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. You got these Republicans sitting there going, "Oh, you're gonna blame Donald, or you gotta blame Biden for the economy." You know who you blame for it? I blame that fucking dillwad that's in the Treasury Department. He's the one jacking the prices up to the point of no return. I mean, literally, think of it. He's trying to contain the situation, but truly, he knows that basically raising the interest rates to 1.75 to 1 full point, or even 1.25 or 1.25 points, is just going to cripple the economy more. I mean, literally, the American people need to realize he's the blame. I mean, literally. They're basically trying to destroy this country within by basically raising it. I mean, literally, look what happens if the housing bubble crashes. They crash the housing market, then what? I mean, literally, they're raising it to the point where Zoe, I love Zoe dearly, Higgins, myself, Chloe, Poppy, Tara and Corey, I and Steve, Teddy and her family, all my moderators are going to be suffering worse. Not Tony. Tony will suffer in England in his own accord. But you got Fanny, you got Tara J, you got Gabby. All my moderators will be suffering worst to worst case scenario due to the fact that they keep raising the interest rates, and housing is going to collapse. Literally, the housing market will collapse, and they have no way of sustaining it. And what happens if they can't contain it, right? And then they raise it in October another point or two. Then they raise in November. Eventually, they say, "Oh, well, we'll have a short recession." We're already in a recession. They just don't want us talking about it. I mean, literally, the affordability of things in this country. I was telling Higgins the other day, jokingly aside, Higgins says, "Oh, you'll get a new laptop and a desktop." I haven't even shopped for laptops, desktop. I haven't talked to Dinky about it. Why? Because I don't want to sit there and think about it. I got a new TV, new laptop, new desktop I got to get. Yeah, those are the items I need. And plain and simple, those are the items I need. Prepping is priority because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, literally every month they keep talking, and every month this and every month that, you know. So, you know how that is. So, and then on top of all of that, the American people is suffering. I mean, literally, they want to blame and say, "Oh, you need to vote Republican because we can bring it down." No, you can't. You got a fucking Republican in the fucking Treasury Department jacking up, going, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make it so that everyone worships the Republicans." And the women are turning around and saying, "You can raise it as high as possible and clap the fucking country. We ain't budging when it comes to Roe versus Wade." It's like Zoe said. You have too many pissed off women out there. I mean, look, Zoe's pissed off at me, so she has a right to be. Nothing I can do about it. Like I said to you all here on the Rita TV, if Zoe wants to message me before they're finished or right about the time they are finished and I get the pictures to her, which I'm not going to message by then. If she wants me to fill them, she's going to have to tell me she wants them filled. Otherwise, I don't know what's in her mind. That's the thing. I'm not going to even bother thinking about what's in her mind. To me, what it is, we all make mistakes, and now I'm basically going to live it. Ooh. Yeah. Let's see. I hate when you see that. Oh, God. What am I looking at? Mm. So, anyways, I was browsing, what was it? I was browsing the other day, Instagram, and it's like they do like every Sunday or something to Saturday. Legos. Did you know? That's funny. You know. Sir, the door is open, Shih Tzu. I love these Shih Tzu things. Anyways, what I think's funny is the fact, no, I wanted this. Yeah, there we go. I don't leave heart shapes, whatever. Poor little Shih Tzu's like, "Dad, come back. Come back, Daddy." Yo, there's one that looks like Moppy's. Hugs are not my love language. Well, what is it? Because Moppy's love language is snacks or else. You know how it is with dogs. So Dinky and I were talking about dogs the other day. There's two types of Shih Tzus: the fussy eaters and the food lovers. And the food lover will eat eggs. I've not tried that. Get another Shih Tzu, they said. I love that. Get another Shih Tzu. They said, "I want a Shih Tzu." So yeah, Chloe and I were looking at dogs. That's something cool. It's an electric scooter. Yeah, I was talking to Higgins about that the other day. We're talking about electric scooters. And your siblings, but yeah. So what we got here. I love those little cute dogs. They're all Shih Tzus. I mean, not the brown Shih Tzu like Moppy. That's why I was telling Dinky. I like Shih Tzu. Another Shih Tzu. Here's a good one. Thinking about how the vet squeezed my That squeezed my fruit, stuck things in my ears, poked me with needles, and charged my mom $300. Oh, look at this! This is cute. You gotta love these little, yeah, little, look at this. So cross dresser in a bar with all their friends. I mean, literally, I'd be like, dude, you're not dressing up as a girl today, man. We're having beer. Oh, this thing. It's not a thing. It's called a Shih Tzu, and Shih Tzus give love unconditionally. Got one dog on a coffee jar. And so this guy basically built a ramp. And literally, can't believe that. I mean, all these little Shih Tzus. Dad carrying me back to the car to get a bag because I made a surprise in front of Panera. Yeah. See, I love these little doggy things. I could sit here and watch all these. Look at these. Shih Tzu, yeah, all those Shih Tzus running up to a human. Look, it's a human. And that's why I was going to ask Dinky to help me find a Shih Tzu. Chloe's like, oh, when can we get it soon? I was telling her I asked Dinky for help, for Shih Tzu. She's like, how long is your cousin going to take to find us one when I pay the bill? Well, yeah, that looks like Moppy right there. Sitting on his butt. Oh. I see why they did that, pervert. Dog sitting on his hind legs and he's getting a stiffy, and there's like female dog outside. They had to do that. So I was shopping our dogs last night, right? And Chloe's like, oh, well, when will she get us one? When we pay the bill. I like how you go over here, right, on Instagram, and you go up to your thing. I keep saved doggy things, and then you go to your activity. Time spent. Daily average. Now, my new daily average is 18 minutes. So, they're always timing me. And then, that Zuckerberg guy's like, you're going to spend more time on Instagram. I don't have to spend more time anywhere. I can spend more time on my Nintendo Switch than I do anything. One reason why I was on Instagram anyways is look at the dog eat pics. I mean, literally check to see if Zoe's message. No message. Okay, cool. Otherwise, Chloe is like, I mean, I get to the point in my life, okay, I'll tell you this. I get to the point in my life, everyone, where Zoe asks funny questions. Oh, when is your cousin going to help with the doggy? When I pay the bill, you know. It's funny is that she just sits there and says, oh, it's like, I don't know. Anyways, it's like the other day, and you know what I said to Chloe the other day? I got to tell you a joke, right? So the other day, right, I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I'm doing these spreadsheets, updating things and stuff, right? And Chloe turns around, right? You're gonna love this. Turns around. And she says, "Oh, did they re? Did they re? Uh, okay, so someone actually bought it? Nope, guess not. I'll have to go through this again, fix my 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 thing. But anyway, so did they reissue this, or was it sold? No, it wasn't sold. Hmm. So she turns around, and Chloe's sitting there and she says, Oh, Rita. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, why are you so cranky, And I was like, why am I cranky? Because I can be cranky, that's the thing, someone, and I'm kind of quite funny at times, and she's like, you really want to be cranky? Anyways, trying to see if there's books here. Nope. Brand new box. I can see myself with one of those. Yeah, okay. So basically, the funny joke is she turns around and she's going on and on and on about how true friends stay with me and everything else, right? And that a true person like me is a saint and all this stuff, And I made mistakes when it came to Zoe, and I said under the alcoholicness, because Chloe's telling me, oh, you had a reason to say it out of jokingly, like someone's eating wings, see him and see this. I mean, literally. I mean, did you know it costs like $45 to $50 for two people to have wings, enough wings, because chicken wings are that expensive? Oh, I'm just checking something real quick. There we go. I love how they do this. They're just like, here, you want one of these? We'll charge you. I mean, guys and I were talking about this the other day. Dude, you understand the freaking words? Yeah, there we go. Of sort. So anyway, so she turns around, and she's like, true friends, and then Chloe goes on, you're a saint. And I was like, whatever. She's like, you truly are a saint, See, these guys are trying to get scam pricing. They're trying to scam you for a new scanner, I was looking to see if there's anything new, and they're like, oh, you want one of these, and it's like, no, I don't. I can buy a brand new one cheaper than this, So, anyway, so the story goes Chloe's sitting there and she tells me I'm a saint. And I said, really? I'm a saint? That's amazing that I'm a saint. Because I put up with all your crap. She says, well, you're a saint. And then I said to her, I may be a saint. I may be forgiving to everyone. Everyone. If you're watching this, Zoe, I forgive everyone. 70 times 77. For each crime, Zoe, God said, or Jesus said, you must forgive 70 times 77. That's today's lesson, by the way. Dinky and I, we forgive each other all the time. Chloe, I forgive because I have no choice. Some people, they don't want to forgive. And you know what Jesus said about forgiveness? You don't forgive the other party member. You don't make a change or alter, and you're going to give your gift to the altar in God and you have a qualm with someone, fix your qualm because God's not going to want your gift unless it's unfixable. Fortunately, it doesn't matter to me because, frankly, the damage is done. Chloe's right. True friends stick together. So when Chloe called me a saint, I turned to her and I said, maybe I'm a saint, but I still want to get paid back what I owed. I'm owed. That's the truth, literally. I've been supporting her for so long. I'm getting tired of it. And that is an airplane here above us. I gotta check the battery real quick, so give me a moment or two. Yeah, we're good. So once the battery starts to sputter, I'll be getting off here. So I figured dinner out again. It's over at 2 o'clock. Yeah, okay for you. I don't want pot pies. I'm picky. I'm thinking. Oh, All right, I'm back, people. Yep. So, anyway, so anyways, um, so Chloe, was at worried about Christmas the other day. I said, look, I planned Christmas out several months ahead of time. That's where you guys got to do the same. It's my dip, by the way. Here's a quarter. Call Higgins. Who cares? You guys are funny today. So, as you can see, there's like probably 2 loads of dishes here. Chloe got them all done. She's got 20 or 30 minutes after dishes is done. She's going to get the garbage out. She's better get it out. We take trash out all week. Where the hell did my spit cup go this time? Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. I like that song, honey. Here it is. So, I'm going to do a dip with you guys. I might log off soon, but anyways. So, we don't have any comments today. It's been a blessing for a Sunday, That's the thing. People are watching me, but they're not commenting. Which is a blessing by itself because, people say to me, oh, well, Rita, it's all wonderful. Well, maybe. Tokyo Game Show came out too. I think there was some new news about the Tokyo Game Show. Oh, wow. So apparently they failed this. Now they're bringing this out. When's it cut? Oh, let me see what's going on here. Remaster and PC and consoles next year. Yeah. So apparently they're not telling us if it's going to be whatever. But I want to see this. So January gets a new one. Oh, I see how it is. So January. Oh yeah, this is funny. So the Tokyo Game Show came out, right? Well, at least the graphics look pretty damn good. So, anyways, Chloe asked me the other day about some. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say when it's going to be remastered. If we're going to get. So, anyways, what was I talking about? I don't remember. So, anyways, we're talking. Oh yeah, we were talking about Christmas, and how you got to prepare for it. That's what I do. Excuse me for a second. Apparently, even if I bathe daily, my armpit starts to smell for some damn reason. Was that perfume? I'm not smell perfect. Apparently. All right. That should cover me for at least 6 hours, anyways. Or some. Anywho, where was I? So yeah, the problem is we got all these things coming down the pipe, and you gotta plan Christmas carefully. I mean, literally, Christmas comes once a year. I mean, Chloe makes a list, Chloe gets a list. Chloe doesn't make a list, Chloe doesn't get anywhere. You see where I'm going with this? Fortunately, Chloe's she's right. True people stick together, and I don't have many friends anyways, and Dad and I were talking. Dad's a hermit like me, so people come and people go out of your life all the time. I, on the other end, don't give a yeah. Well, I do. I do. Only reason why I'm doing these YouTube vids still. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. See, I had a brain fart talking. So I was looking at checking YouTube for my YouTube studio. And because of it, a lot of people say to me, well, what's happening for what's going on, and I was like, you know, so so I did 2 videos yesterday. I'm doing a large video tomorrow due to the fact that it is spreadsheet day. So, that's going to be great for you guys. It's spreadsheet day. So, Monday through Saturday will be spreadsheet, Sunday will be rest. And hopefully I can hammer out a lot, then decide what I'm going to do. But I also need to take time eventually now that Ratchet's done and go through my gaming review list that I got to go through one at a time. So, it's not easy. But I will tell you, it's easier to get done due to the fact that when you got YouTube, someone who lived on the property entered his residence, was harassing him, seems to be on the phone, telling somebody everything that this person was doing. Also, she also stated that there are several hunting weapons on the premises, did not know the location of those weapons. Oh, wow. Weapons. Freaking Peckerwoods. Several weapons on the premises. You know what? That's where you don't tell them. You say what you say, okay? I'll tell you a secret to you preppers out there, okay? Government beats down your door. Police knock on your door, right? Say I own a gun, right? RP did not clarify, but this incident did happen within the last 25 minutes, she said. So the RP, the reporting party, calls and it's talking about some people walking in their house harassing, and then talking about hunting rifles, right? So here's the secret about you preppers out there, right? Government knocks on your door and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna take your guns." You can be like, "Search my house." I don't have any, and they turn into threatening you. You just say, "Hey, I lost my gun in a boating accident." Or if they're trying to force you into a family communion garden thing, like the FDA wants you to register a family garden, you can say, "Oh, I lost that in a boating accident." They sit there and they say something like, "We know your family's all armed, Rita. You're gonna give them up." I lost my family in a boating accident. You see, let me put it this way, okay? The whole gun thing, the boating accident, you can use that to your advantage, okay? You condition your mind, right? Say you sit there, right? And you make conversation, right? Say you upset Zoe, right? And Zoe doesn't want to talk to you for months or years or not at all, right? You just put it in your mind. You lost Zoe in a boating accident. It works. If Piper doesn't come back, you lost Piper in a boating accident. If Tony is busy and he doesn't get back to you, you lost Tony in a boating accident. Yeah. So everything is due is you lost him in a boating accident. It works better than most places. You can just sit there and say, "Yes, I lost him. I lost Zoe in a boating accident." Now I know Zoe's probably sitting there watching me secretly at night, going, "Oh my God, boating accident." Well, you got to put your mind to where you're at, okay, people. So technically, you got to think. I mean, look, I haven't done my spreadsheets since May. All right, May. And because I'm doing them now in September, I have to keep my mind busy. Because deep down, I thought I might have had a chance with Zoe, and I got at the time fed up. You guys want to know the truth? I'll tell you the truth. So I just put it out of my memory, and I lost Zoe in a boating accident. But I was upset because, you got Tony, he's talking about whatever. You got Zoe, messaging me like, oh, I might not come back. Might was the word. Might. But I put it on my memory after a week. Nothing I can do about it, But I will tell you, Dinky doesn't know the whole story. So, I spent 5 hours on YouTube one day. I got upset, and so and Dinky knows what triggers me. Dinky is let me put it this way for any of you watching this, Dinky knows what triggers me. I almost took my own life several years ago because I was triggered of bad events, but I won't do it again. Won't try again. But out of love for Dinky and Corey, I'll tell you the story. You see, I have triggers. And when someone sits there, right, and takes 10 weeks, me being eaten by bugs, flies, whatever. Literally. Chloe asked me the other day what happened to my under my pants, right? Because those are my nightgown. I said, oh, those are spider bites. She's like, why do we have spiders? Because some son of a bitch won't do that. I mean, Chloe said, you want to hear something funny, okay? Not picking on it Sunday. I opened up the garbage can this morning to dump my coffee grounds into. Oh, which reminds me, I got to send Chloe to the store before 7 because we don't have enough coffee for the month. So it's coffee run today. See, I didn't even, she didn't even check the letter. So the story goes, okay, let's just talk about the triggers, okay? Because people don't know this. I love Zoe dearly. I really do. My trigger was, I'm not like, people say, oh, my mom had this diagnosis. I was diagnosed bipolar, but I have triggers, supposedly bipolar. Others think borderline, which is bullshit because Chloe basically has the borderline. And yet, the truth of the matter is, look what goes on with me, right? I'll tell you, right? I deal with borderline people every day, right? So Chloe, of course, thinks I was being bought out and that Zoe's borderline herself. That's what Chloe thinks. Hold on. Go ahead. So, anyways, sorry, I like listening to the scanner. So, anyways, I had triggers, right? I'm sitting there, right? Here's my triggers, all right? And Zoe doesn't know my triggers, so I'm going to explain this to you. So, Zoe is watching this. Again, I humbly apologize wholeheartedly. So, the problem with me is I get upset at certain issues. For example, Higgins turns around, right? He talks about his better cheddars. I'm going to have better cheddars today. I'm going to have better cheddars. Usually I'd eat better cheddars too, but I don't trust the grocery store properly handling them. I'll probably sit on the shitter for a month. But when it comes to Zoe, the triggers, which really triggered me, and I love Zoe dearly. She shouldn't be going through this anyways. I have to deal with it. Is food. You see, problem with me is as long as my pot and bowl's clean, which I usually do it myself. Chloe uses it for this and uses it for that, and then makes something. Then I starve. I literally, and then she lets everything go in, and then the pot crusts over with chowder and whatever else, and then the bugs get into it. Then she doesn't want to do it. It stacks up, and I go hungry. So my trigger was literally food related. It's always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some wings. I'm definitely gonna have some wings. Well, what do you? How does that feel to me when I'm sitting there starving like crazy, literally, and and then every time I carry something like these, there's no way to eat them because there's no hamburger buns. It's like the other day I was wanting hot dogs, right? I literally wanted freaking hot dogs, right? Jokingly, of course. I wanted hot dogs. I have hot dogs. I want hot dogs. Right? Well, Chloe, she keeps getting hot dog buns for me and then eating them. I pay for them. She eats them. So when you look at the hot dogs, right? I've not tried the Bun Buster Franks yet. I haven't tried the Bun Buster Franks or these, right? These are really good. The Double R Ranchers. Fortunately, for me, I like hot dogs. Even Dinky knows the old joke about the hot dogs, right? I mean, I'm willing to try the Bun Busters, but I need buns, right? So what happened? So, let me check the camera. Okay. Good deal. So I was talking to, about the whole hot dog thing, right? Well, think of it. One person's talking about wings. I love wings. I truly love wings. Wings is a staple food of mine. Fortunately, with my heart and the fact that chicken wings are too high, and I'm not paying $13.99 for a bag of shithole wings. Well, you know where I'm going with this pricing, right? So wings are expensive, and yet at the same time, it is literally, it was a trigger of mine. So someone Instagrammed me. Oh, look at that. That looks great. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So basically, the thing is, it was triggered by food. I mean, literally, it was literally triggered by food. I love Zoe dearly, but Zoe doesn't need to go through this, so if she doesn't talk to me, she doesn't. Thing is, it was triggered by food. I mean, think of it. Think of how many times, okay, hypothetically, for you, the viewers, I get up in the morning. Chloe's like, oh, good morning. Do you want me to make you your coffee? Okay. And then she goes and says, oh, well, I'm going to go and take a shower after I eat. And you're sitting there, right? Night before, no food. You're sitting there, no food, right? Chloe doesn't realize it's a trigger. She gets up, uses more dishes, stacks them up. Doesn't want to do them. Doesn't even want to try the dishwasher. Then what does she do? Eats in front of me. I'm sitting there going, right? The other day, I looked at her, right? She ate my chowder, and I had like 4 cases of chowder. And like, oh, well, I got 8 too, you motherfucker. My chowder was for prepping. I mean, literally, they don't. I mean, I get clam chowder, she'll eat it. I get crab chowder, she'll eat it. I get tomato soup, she won't touch it. So cases of tomato soup it is. Mushroom soup, same thing. So I gotta work around things like her ex-roommate said. So what's the trigger here? Trigger is everything I do gets underhandedly mined. Think about it. Yeah. Literally, I get called names. Food's been eaten. Yeah. And you guys don't know my triggers. Yeah. Chloe turns around and calls me a mother effer. Fine by me, but still, stay away from my effing food, And so, as a woman, you got to realize I've gone through enough hell as is. Hell on earth, as some would call it. Yeah. And yet, my point being, you got to think about your prepping supplies. That's why I always get cases and cases or buckets of rice. She won't touch the damn thing, even if she's that damn hungry. She'd rather rot and die. And that is one of the benefits of collecting things that people don't eat. So if you're sitting there and you're prepping, you do things. Thing is food supplies is running low. And then yes, I maybe spent what, $10 this month on a few bags of chips, but you know what? They were freaking tasty. $10, that's it. Otherwise, I'm so damn frugal, it ain't even funny. I'm like Higgins, I squeak when I walk. Literally. But you gotta also make decisions too in the prepping field. I don't know what the weather is gonna be like for this week. Let me see. I like using the internet at times. Probably hotter than hell in my old town because they barbecue them. Let's see. And today is 85 in Chicago. Hey, at least it's only in the 70s in Quincy and Moses Lake where I'm from. Where the hell is my... There he goes. Yep. 69 with a high of 70 today. 10-day forecast. When do we get rain again? We get rain on the 28th of the month. Yep, so this is the time. Oh, yeah, so the highest will be this week, 72 on Wednesday, and then it drops to 67 Thursday, 64, 66, 67, 68. So we won't even get top. The lowest we'll get is 61 for October 2nd. It will be 62. So think about it. We're going to be in the 60s, and I wonder what Chicago is going to be. I love checking out Zoe's City just because. Severe weather today. Cool. So they have 87 on Tuesday. At least it'll be in the 70s too for Zoe, but it's basically getting to the point where it's partly cloudy. And Higgins, he's like, Lansing's hot. It's pretty hot. My hometown of Quincy is going to be in the highest is 80 on the 26th. Oh, yeah, but it's going to be cloudy, That's all desert country anyways. I miss living in Quincy, for the most part. But I don't miss the politics, though, That's the thing. People say to me, do you miss the politics? Politics? No. What I miss is what I miss. Yeah. Anyways, let me check my thing real quick, my battery. Yeah, I told this freaking person, right? Sounds like scammer. I like being on YouTube. I like being on YouTube. It's the funniest thing around. See, my husband and I had sense of humor. Of course, I guess I need to quit calling people names, because you know what? It's fine and dandy. I tried teaching Chloe a lesson, but it didn't work. By the way, Chloe, taking a shower or you're not? Well, you better hurry it up because I have a news flash for you. It's a public service announcement, a PSA. I'm out of coffee. Anyway, so I don't know why she's in her room for this long. She got up like 3 hours ago and she's still in there. I just don't get it, I really don't. Anyways, let's do the dip. Get ready to roll. So, for you preppers out there, you need to utilize your tools that you have. We don't know what's going to come down the pipe. So, for you preppers out there, I want you to utilize what you have. Because it ain't going to get any easier. It's going to get worse. Sorry, just thinking, everyone. When I put my thinking cap on, I'm thinking. I like the little Shih Tzu that looks out the window and says, "When is she coming home?" Talking about Zoe messaging, but it might never happen. So, hopefully she's all well. Maybe she found a new happy YouTube channel to go through. Who knows? We all make mistakes, but you know what? I wonder if they're trying to sell me anyways. The other day they were saying, let's see, it says, or current resident, huh? So what do you want me to do? I ain't buying newspaper. $116 for what? 2 years? With 2 plus 2 months in the mail? Yeah, let's see, discount courtesy rate. So if I want 2 years, it's $116. Doesn't sound too appealing in my opinion. I mean, I'm not supporting local journalism because I frankly don't care. I ain't paying, that's saying discount courtesy rate of it being mailed. I mean, literally, doesn't it say when you get it? What is it? Once a week? Once a month? Tempted to call him up and ask him, what is it? Weekly? I mean, literally. I like a good newspaper from time to time, too. I should have Chloe pick me up a newspaper. Sunday's paper's like $4, But you know how that is. Got to be frugal again. I mean, I haven't found anything decent. I haven't read a decent paper in a long time, I mean, I've read everything that they have on, Anywho, for you fellow people out there, I love a good newspaper, I need to get back into writing my cousin Dinky, too. So, funny story for you today, Zoe loved my stories. Oh, Chloe, we're out of coffee. Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Gotta think about dinner tonight. That's the thing. She's going to get coffee for me. I might as well figure dinner out. Let me see. I can always have her call the the love all of you, by the way. Have her call me, and we talk about groceries. I'm one of those. I'm picky. I like Lunchables. I want limited edition Pepsi or Coke. I want chicken and a biscuit. She's not found yet. Mm. Let's think. How many chicken and a biscuits you get, right? A box. So if you look at the breakdown of the frozen food sections, I'm not really into much frozen foods, Wouldn't mind a pie though. I don't know, apple pie, maybe cherry, but I thought I saw something about that actually. Let me look at the market's grocery store because I saw something the other day that looked really interesting. So let me see. All right, so they got steakhouse. I don't need that. Oh, there's that Triscuits. I like Triscuits. Frozen cream or fruit pies. See, that'd be something I could go for. A nice pie. Celebrate Higgins' birthday with a little pie here. There's a twin pack of pork tenderloin roast, but I don't know. Let me see. Alright, so let's see. They got that thing here. Marie Calendar. Alright, frozen dinners. I don't want frozen dinners. Large desserts. Here we go. They have chocolate brownie cream pie. That sounds pretty damn good. Let's see if I can get Chloe out here for a second. Oh, Chloe! Come out here for a second. I want to have a chat with you. Pastry pie, shall know. Southern pecan. It's. What was the ad it said? It was frozen cream or fruit pies. Okay, so there's cherry pie, apple pie, Dutch apple. Oh, well, Dutch apple. That's like my favorite. And then you got banana cream, brownie cream, and confetti birthday cake pie. Mm-hmm. 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 See this? Hmm. Go figure. Let's do an Animal Crossing reference. Dodo 1 to Chloe. We need wings. We got a walker that needs wings over. Now she's filling up her. Nope, she's taking a dump. Gotta take your shit. See, I can be funny too. Mm-hmm. Mm. Make sure to wash your hands. That's the thing. Let me check on the camera. Oh, cool. Great. So, we're not doing too bad today. So, anyways, we're doing great. We are doing better than great. We are doing totally awesome great. So, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not. Those bagged wings are really expensive anyways. You know what pisses me off? Trigger words.
Hey, talk about that now.
Every time I say certain words, she just loses her noodle. See? Things I gotta deal with. Anywho, where was I? Can't remember. Oh yeah, we're talking about food, right? Trying to figure out dinner tonight. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, like I said, you do not want to buy those bagged chicken, those bagged chicken wings. That you get the ones with the pre-made sauce.
What did you want me out here for?
Not to listen to you grump every time I use a word.
What did you want? Did you want to tell me something?
Yes, I did. I want to know when you were going to the store. Because eventually...
I'm going to go now. I'm going to get my face clean and head out now.
Besides coffee, I was going to say, I'm still trying to figure dinner out. 2 is... the grocery store, King's.
So you need more dip.
Well, that too, but King's.
What did you mainly need when I went out?
Coffee and dip, but I was talking about something else, but she keeps interrupting. King's has a deal right now. Marie Calendar.
Marie Calendar?
Yeah, you didn't let me finish. Frozen cream and fruit pies. Wouldn't mind having a pie. Celebrate Higgins' 57th birthday here. They got cherry pie or apple pie or Dutch apple. I would love one of those. Cherry crunch pie. Oh, that looks tasty too. And then for the cream pies, they have banana cream. Not banana cream pie. Coconut cream. Chloe would be a coconut person. She could drink gallons of coconut rum, stagger around, and nothing would happen to her. Except she becomes old Granny Two Shoes, like my mother's nickname was. This is her. Let me show you an impersonation of Chloe. Completely on coconut rum. This is Chloe. It's like, can you speed it up, Grandma? She was pushing me in a wheelchair once. It was so damn slow. I mean, literally, I said, "You can go faster than this, Grandma." And she's just like, she was like Grandpa Simpson with a walker.
That's slow. I wasn't really pushing you that slow. I mean, I was.
Surprised I didn't end up in the lake that night. Or in the middle of the road and got hit by a car or a semi-truck. And then she's like, "Oh, officer, that thing slipped out of my hand. Rita rolled off the curb, got flattened by a semi-truck while in a wheelchair. But I saved the dog." So, there is these cream pies, that's available, and this one here, I bet you the grocery store doesn't frickin' have. Chocolate brownie cream pie.
We'll buy several of them. We'll buy a few pies. Big pies or little pies?
That's the big pies. The Marie Calendar big pies.
Oh, well, let's have some pies then. Let's go get some pies.
I don't mind pie. I haven't had pie in a while anyways. I ain't paying for the I think they charge like what $40 right now for freaking cream cheese at the grocery store. I mean, those cream cheeses are just too damn expensive, peeps. Now dinner on sometimes I think they're trying to avoid me, so they're basically saying call it in or whatever, turn it down. I mean, like today they're like, "Oh, we got a noise complaint." Okay, don't say it over the air. Anyways, I fell asleep last night, everyone, watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I like that movie. That was pretty damn funny what I saw. I love seeing it, I wanted to see how Mildred Ratchet tunes around from 1950 to 1975, 25 years later.
That's a movie set in the year 1963.
The TV show we watched was set from 48 to 50, and then that said.
The One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest was released in 1975. It's a 1975 film, yes, but the story takes place in 1963.
What, you looked it up?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to argue with them.
With her.
Because frankly, I said them. I didn't say him, I said them.
Well, why are you saying them?
Because I call everyone them. I call Dinky them. I call Corey them. I call your mom them.
I feel like I'm an it.
You're not an it. An it would be my cousin, nephew, or my nephew, brother, and my sister, niece. That's it. You don't make the criteria of an it. However, you call Zoe an it.
There's an it that lives over there, above there, and one that used to live a few spaces over there to move.
Can you open up a call down at the Berry Landing for a suspicious?
By the way, that one old lady that moved into this complex, that works at the drugstore, she's drunk as hell. She's always drunk, and she's always sitting outside.
And this is why I try not to be drunk all the time. I make mistakes, I make mistakes. I'm only human. At least I pony up to my mistakes. I mean, literally, I'll pony up to my mistakes.
Well, people, yeah, I was walking near her once. I smelled the alcohol from like a mile away.
No, it's usually in people's pores. Me, I'm happy drinking milk and coffee over booze, I've already told you why I excessively drink at times. I don't need to spill it out again. I didn't even have a drink on my mom's birthday. I just didn't want to, due to the fact that it wasn't me,
Clean my face, and I'm going to go some pies, coffee. Well, you coffee and you dip.
Well, I'm trying to figure dinner out. I don't trust the processed or regular meats there at the store, but I don't know what else I need. Don't know what to have for dinner tonight.
When I leave, hand me the phone.
The phone's charging. Currently, it's at 83%. No, 95%. So it's charging pretty good. Oh, sorry. So, anyways, you guys know the drill. When the battery starts to flash, I get ready to leave. So, you know. But anyways, I'm not doing too bad today. I'm happy to report everything's good. Still sad about Zoe, but gotta just basically put it in my mind that I lost Zoe in a boating accident. Just like all these gun-toting people are going to use that card when if guns get banned, ARs get banned. Oh, I lost my AR in a boating accident. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Maxie, I'm gonna start going to bed earlier, not stay up like till 3 or 4 in the morning.
That's fine. I'll let you know how the Queen's funeral went at 3 in the morning.
Actually, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Okay. I'm taking a shower before then, though.
That's fine. I'm gonna be gaming.
Are you skipping the bath or taking it?
Not today. No, I'll take one tomorrow. I said maybe before my spreadsheets. Because I got a lot of spreadsheets to do tomorrow, people. Monday through Saturday is spreadsheet week. Gotta catch those all up. Like I said, I'm behind schedule on those. And then afterwards, I'll be good to go. Good to go. Good to go. I also in a boating accident. See, it works. So, anyways, I was hoping to hear some more news about that guy who walked in that one house and we're talking about hunting rifles. Like, you need hunting rifles on this island. You can't literally hunt. That's the problem on this island. They're always, Mm. I always enjoy reading the newspaper from time to time, but they don't have anything lately. I mean, they don't update it that often. It was on 3 days ago. I was reading the blog on motor. Oh, here's a new one. New one. Let's see what it says. I like seeing this. One individual is jail. Mm-hmm. Hit and run. Traffic stop. Received an APS referral regarding financial exploitation. The funds were sent to a foreign country and the incident was documented. Well, I bet you Lori had a heyday on that one. Yeah, some called the jail. Mm-hmm. Prosecuting attorney for driving without a license. Inner property per policy. Let's see. Important civil matter. Found property purse. Hit and run. Noise complaint. Intoxicated individuals having a loud conversation outlet. Was issued a noise ordinance infraction. Figures. And recognizance. Loitering. Found property. Death investigation. Coroner's office. Oh yeah, that was at the morning though. 1 in the morning. Yeah. Warnings were given. No rabbits were harmed. Dog jumps out of a car. Reports of theft. Trespass letter. Fraud call. Disrupted passenger. Deputy arrived, but the passenger refused to cooperate. Passenger was allowed to leave the ferry because no crime was committed. Well, so now there's cameras inside the jail's cells. That's basically interesting. I want to take a shit. Non-injury, non-repairable, reportable accident. EMS. Mainland for medical treatment because got vehicle stolen. Deputy took a courtesy report of a vehicle stolen from a hotel parking lot. SeaTac. The courtesy report was forwarded to the King County Sheriff's Office. Yeah. Welfare check. Further evaluation. Right. Suspicious circumstances. That figures. Hospital for evaluation for suicide figures. If you guys are suicidal, always try to get help. That's what I say. Do not. Report was completed and someone tried to burgle the house. You see? There's it right there. What's going on in the world, people? You don't burgle a house. Plain and simple. Anyways, it's almost 3 p.m., so I'm going to have to leave soon. Postbox? What about Postbox? Someone emailed me? Postbox? I always like to see what Postbox has got to sell me. Save 50% on Postbox. Let me see. You know what? So it won't let me in the Postbox. Damn freaking pecker. What's fine? Let's do it this way then. Postbox. That's what I want to see. I want to see what the price is. I'd pay for the mail. It's 50% off. Hell, if it was 75% off, I'd pay more. $39. See, that ain't bad at all. So $39. That ain't bad at all. It's not bad at all, in my opinion. So, anyways. Oh, another thing about the rail strike again. Buy you what? See, there's a scammer again. No, I'm not buying anyone an Amazon gift card. See? Lady just mooches, trying to mooch from me. Can you buy me an Amazon gift card? No. I don't know you. What's this? What topic anonymous? No, I deleted it.
Say 1301. 301. Respond. Patient has some medication questions. We'll go from there. What do you do next? 303. 301. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, go ahead for 303. After you drop everybody off, what you need to do is active District 3 with the vote.
According to this guy who says inflation is swallowing more people figuring out either how to produce more of what we need or less we don't need. Yep, there you guys go. Stagflation. Talking about stagflation again. Okay. I love it.
San Juan, North 94 out of service. 94 out of service. Continue.
So, I'm gotta go. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion at the like, subscribe buttons. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, bunnies, dog service bunnies. Hit the bell notification. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button and leave comments. Nice is all we ask. Thank you and God bless you in everything you do.